Alright, class, settle down and let me tell you a story. Warlord Games just announced a video game rendition of Bolt Action. There's a lot of reason to be optimistic, but for me, the whole thing when a tabletop game or tabletop war game is converted into a video game, it almost always lands in the hit or miss categories. Like you have Blood Bowl. It has a cult following, and apparently it's generated enough that we can expect sequels in the next few decades, or we've been getting sequels in the past few decades. But as for the rest, can someone please put it down in the comments, because I'm trying to basically come up with tabletop games that have been converted into video games. And one of the things that I've come up with, or one of the things that I remember recently, at least in recent memory, is BattleTech. Did it do well? Is it like getting a sequel? Because check this out, right? Most of these things usually get a cult following, but the problem is, generally speaking, a cult following wouldn't be enough to sustain the operation, in a sense that it needs finances, it needs to grow. But with a cult following, you don't get anything new. You won't get the financing you need in order to develop the game, or in order to keep the whole thing going. So, someone please put it down in the comments. Apart from BattleTech, has there any other tabletop game or tabletop war game that had a successful run as a video game? Alright, so anyways, we got Bolt Action, the announcement trailer. Let's check it out. But before we do, please like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing to help me out with the algo. And here we go. Alright, so the rules for this is that wait, how do we do this again? We run it once, and then we enjoy it, and then we're gonna run it back, and this time I'm gonna add a commentary. Alright, so alright, let's see, what do we have here? Interesting. Alright, let's run it back. Of course, we're going to see a lot of hardcore players that would actually buy into it. But guys, come on. From Company of Heroes to the Panzer Corps, and then there's the Sudden Strike franchise. And then, of course, there's the tabletop simulator on Steam. I hope that this one will be successful, in a sense that it can sustain the funding, in a sense that there will be sequels, there will be developments, there will be DLCs and expansions. But I'm not seeing any reason why it should. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've played the game. I am close with the local community, but apart from the whole thing being a simulator for the players, I mean, with all the World War II related video games out there, especially now that people are still making a push for the third Company of Heroes, I hope that they won't lose any. I hope that Warlord won't lose any money on this, but I just don't see any reason why this is going to be more successful than the then the Company of Heroes franchise, Sudden Strike franchise, um, even the Panzer Corps franchise. But you know what? Hopefully it does better than. Hopefully it does better than we all hope. See, both action digital battlefields. So yeah, unless the intent is for this to be a simulator, an online version, an online simulator of the upcoming game. Because for example, for Song of Ice and Fire miniatures, there's an available simulator available right now, but players only almost always only usually use it for practice. Hopefully they do good. Hopefully they do well enough to actually make their money back, and that they won't lose any money on it. But to be honest, I am not optimistic that they can actually sustain or turn this into an actual franchise. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think on the comments. And that's all we have for tonight. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, notification button thing. Help us out with the algo. Bye!